Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about reunions. I know. So this is What's Happening Wednesday, and on What's Happening Wednesday, I always talk about what's happening with me. And what's happening with me is that I went to my college reunion. I went down to Duke University and had a great time. What I realized is that I am a reunion type of person. So I don't know if any of you out there know that you are a reunion type of person, and I didn't realize that there was such a thing. I thought that most people went back to their reunions, but I found out that most people do not go back to their reunions. So, what I mean when I say I'm a reunion type person, I go to my high school reunion every 5 years. I go to my college reunion every 5 years. And I go to my medical school reunion every 5 years. And I have come to find out that this is not something that everyone does. To me, I enjoy all of the relationships that I made. High school, not so much. That was a process of doing some inner work and navigating and exploring those relationships as adults, right? Teenagers are just can be mean, can be cruel, and many of us do not have the best memories from high school. But I still value the lessons that I learned. I definitely value the education, and I do value the lessons that I learned from those relationships. I did not value them initially because they were so painful. But upon reflection and upon growth, I've realized that the lessons that I learned in those relationships have served me well in life, and that there is something there to go back to and to give back to. Because reunions, let's face it, when they invite you to the reunion, they usually want you to make a donation or a contribution to your alma mater. And I have come to be able to appreciate at each phase of my life the contributions and the lessons that I've learned. So I do try to go to every single one of my reunions. Now, every 5 years to me is a reasonable amount of time to get back together with people that you haven't seen in 20, 25, 30 years. Now, if it was every year, I would not be going, but every 5 years is something that I do look forward to. So when I think back on the lessons that I learned from high school, even though, I was not the popular one, I was not the absolute smartest one. There was lots of competition and there was lots of awkwardness there and hurt feelings and feelings of discrimination. Going back and having the opportunity to hear some of my classmates say, we were really terrible to you and we apologize. And look at you now. Look at how you've thrived, and realizing that the education and the things that I learned socially helped me to thrive, and being grateful for that, because at the heart of everything, I think, is gratitude. So Duke, similarly, I have mostly fond memories of that experience. But, college is not easy either. And there are going to be times that are hurtful and painful, and there are going to be some bad memories. And sometimes we don't want to go back for reunions because it brings up those bad memories. What I have found since I've been going back to all of these reunions since I graduated is that each time you go back, you get to rewrite a little bit of that history, right? You get to interact with the university from a position of power, from a position of accomplishment, from a position of gratitude, from a position of knowledge and enlightenment, which is not the position you were in when you were at that institution. So it's really a different experience, and it's really an opportunity to heal some of those wounds that sometimes can stay unhealed, evidenced by the fact that people don't want to go back. So that's what I wanted to share. And then for medical school was one of the places where the only discomfort was just the rigor and the pain of the academic struggle. But socially, I have completely fond memories of that experience, and just love to see my classmates and interact with them and have that bonding and have all of us kind of fall back into those roles, because we lose touch with each other over the years. We're all busy, and as practicing physicians, they're busy, so we don't always stay in touch. So I really like that. And I like the networking. You never know, not just business networking, but even social networking. You never know when someone else has had a similar situation or is in a similar situation as you, and you're going back to a group of people that you already know and who are in the same cohort as you are. So it can be an amazing, amazing form of support and commonality. So I just wanted to know, since I found out that I'm a reunion type person and everyone isn't, are you a reunion type person? Do you go back to high school, to college, to graduate school? Do you attend reunions, and why or why not? And if you don't and you'd like to, I just wanted to give you those little pieces of encouragement as to some things that you can get if you decide to go back. And that's it for What's Happening Wednesday. Bye for now. Take care.